Fantasy Football Draft Special. I'm Randall, and this is Wes Mantooth.
Thank you, Randall. Let's go ahead and get right to it. We're going to start with the first pick of the draft, which was Jack Staley. Solid pick. Met with the consensus number 1, Chris Johnson.
I think he had to do it.
He couldn't go wrong with that pick, in my opinion. After that, had some decent picks, but went with a lot of rookies, a lot of homer rookies as well, going with the SEC. C.J. Spiller wasn't with the SEC, but could be a questionable pick if he's in Buffalo. It's a tough offense. His owner could be praying, as C.J. Spiller is praying behind me here, for a good season.
I think you might be right. Pick number 2, Ridgewood Middle. Went with Adrian Peterson. I think this wasn't a surprise to anyone. The only thing we're concerned about here, though, is Peterson's fumbleitis. Has been known to fumble, and we do have a new rule in fifth string this year, which subtracts points for fumbling. Peterson's the only one, though, that I know that can actually fumble for a positive yardage.
He's done it many times.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did notice a lot of collusion in the draft room. At one point, someone yelled out, "Pick starts with an S, ends with an ob," and sure enough, Ridgewood took Matt Schaub. Great value with his 7th round pick, Jonathan Stewart. Overall, good team. We'll see how the season progresses.
Yeah, a little scared about his Percy Harvin pick. The migraines, that might end up getting him in the end. But we'll see as the season progresses.
Absolutely right.
Moving on here, we've got Bunk Labia with the 3rd pick of the draft. Went with Aaron Rodgers, a little bit early possibly. We had him going maybe a little bit later in the round, but he wanted him and went for him.
A little bit of surprise, but not necessarily a bad pick.
Not a shocker though. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, let's hope he has a good season. Let's hope he focuses on the tight end on the field and not the tight end that he's got at home. He's a little thin at wideout, I feel, on his team, but he did pick Pierre Thomas, and when he made that pick, right after him, I saw the Ridgewood Middle.
There was an eruption.
They were obviously upset. They wanted Pierre Thomas real bad. So, Bunk Labia scored one there with their running back. Also picked Vincent Jackson. Is he even going to play this year? We're not entirely sure.
I don't think so. Maybe. We'll see. Klopex, pick number 4. Here's the all-sunshine team. Obviously from Florida. Obviously picking the running backs from Florida. Went with Jones Drew, went with Ronnie Brown, tried to go with Derek Ward, but is he playing?
I think he's on the free market here. I don't see him with anybody right now.
Maybe not going to be in the sunshine this year. I think that was probably the WTF pick of the draft. I smell a transaction, an early transaction.
For sure. After that, we had, of course, Kiss My Anthea, who is our
running back stud killer.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was our champion last year, though. Let's remember
last
that.
year's returning champion. Did okay with AP last year. Went with Ray Rice this year. Great pick. Probably didn't think he was going to get him at 5. It turned out it was all right. He returns Vernon Davis to his championship team. I think they want to make another run at the title.
I think he does.
We'll just see how the season progresses.
We're going to have to. After him came Wise Teats with the 6th pick, and I have to say, not on his A game. Wasn't drinking during the draft. That might have messed up his thinking. He picked Cedric Benson. I mean, is he going to have jail time? Then he picks Derek Mason in sort of the 6th round, and
I think that's a great player for your bench.
He has him on his bench, and it turned the whole draft room up on their head. I mean, I wasn't sure what was going on there. I have to say, Wise Teats, this team this year, mediocre at best.
Pick number 7, Real Admiral Cappy.
Yeah, and I'm going to break that team down for us right now. Real Admiral Cappy, real good pick with number 1, picking Andre Johnson. Can't go wrong there with the number 1 overall wide receiver. But then makes some really questionable running back picks later. Takes McFailure with Oakland.
Did he see his stats last year?
They weren't good. I don't know if he did. He might have got a different stat sheet. But then takes Marion Barber on a bit of a flyer because he's actually right now currently has him on his bench. And then takes Felix Jones after him and now is actually starting him. So I don't know.
Already a running back controversy.
Already. And who knows who he'll end up starting. Maybe both. I mean, they're both going to play. Can he start both? We're not sure.
Well, Bumbleclot went for pick 8. A little more excited about American baseball this year. rather than American football.
Yeah.
Strange. I think he was into the Mexican wave, if you know what I mean.
Never seen someone so excited.
Decided to go with Peyton Manning. Did he see how many picks he had last year? Not sure.
Yeah.
9th round, drafted Mike Wallace, American journalist, game show host, running back.
Oh, you mean wide receiver, right?
He's a wide receiver?
He's a wide receiver.
Interesting. Overall, average team. We'll see how the season progresses.
Okay. With the 9th pick, we had Hot Pile of Shit. Takes Steven Jackson pretty early, but still a quality pick. He had back surgery. And I was actually surprised that Bombo Clat passed up on
Me
this pick.
too.
Because we know he has that man crush on him.
Did Cynthies work on Steven Jackson?
That's a possibility. Ray might have been in that room. Then goes with Larry Fitzgerald a little bit late in the 4th round when he was seen in the draft room talking about how he would be a late 4th round pick, and then actually takes him in the 3rd round. So a little bit of misinformation there. He was definitely trying to confuse some people.
It worked out in his favor. Maybe.
We'll see. A couple other things about his team. He started the tight end run in the 6th round, taking Dallas Clark first. Never seen that many tight ends taken in a row before in 5th string history. And then, of course, ends up with Cutler as his starting quarterback. He loves to throw it to the other team, so I don't know how that will work out for his team this year. We'll see.
10th pick, Crickets. Now here is one of the favorites every year to win the trophy in 5th string. Surprised everyone. He's always been heavy on the running backs. Went quarterback this year. Took Drew Brees in the 1st round. Very surprised. We think he was slightly disoriented with just based on the sounds coming from his corner of the draft room. We don't know what it was. Sounded like a young lady.
Something on his iPad. Yeah, I'm not sure. Who knows what was going on back there.
Another strange thing about Crickets this year, word from the street, not a single mock draft all year.
Really?
Not all preseason, did not participate in a single mock draft.
That is definitely strange.
I think he's got his mind elsewhere.
He must have. Well, that concludes, folks, our fantasy draft special. We want to thank you for joining us. We're going to break over to SportsCenter now for a new story that's just developing. Apparently, there is some type of athletic director in Florida who's gotten into some kind of altercation with a fan of water polo, apparently over some type of call or missed call that was made in the game.
Something to do with the female anatomy.
I think that's what we're going to find out. Stuart Scott's got the story.